in the first video. I'm making this video as part 2 because the first video I posted, this truly is a turning point. I had talked a lot more than the 4 or 5 minutes it was posted, but apparently the live was cut off. Again, as I said, whenever I start getting upset or start talking about things that are polarizing, and whoever's watching is getting upset, where it starts interfering with it could start interfering with the connection. It cuts off. I just get cut off. It's like God is stopping me from putting myself out there in an aggressive, angry way. Like, because God wants us to be, and I know, God, now that I'm going to talk about you, now you're going to let this thing just be so freely flowing. And honestly, like, that's one of my biggest pet peeves about God, is that God is only ever testing us, everything's just always a test all the time, and especially for his warriors, for his the ones sent here on this planet to change it, and that have missions like me. We're always tested in a way that makes us, keep us from showing a certain amount of ourselves that is not in line with our mission or whatever. And I'm not supposed to be an angry, person. I just am still, but I'm supposed to evolve past that by the time that I get, famous or my name is known. I can't be a figure out there in public that's too angry, that's too upset, because then it doesn't work out well for me. I'm a girl, so anger just looks bad on females. It doesn't look, strong or appealing at all. It just looks weak and pathetic. So whenever I get angry, I guess that's what I come off as, and God always has to cut me off. And that's what happened. I was talking about white men and how they've been brainwashed to hate themselves in this ideology. And that's one of the big things Charlie was standing up against, because he's a white man and he was being trained to hate himself, and he didn't like it. He didn't like that. And so he created Turning Point, and had a lot of success with it, regardless of whatever people think or say on the internet about him failing and his mission, or his purpose in stopping violence was failed because he violence. And to those people, I have to say, you're wrong. You are horribly mistaken, because Charlie didn't fail. First of all, Charlie is the only reason why our country is getting back to the top position that we were already losing, because President Trump's helping to get rid of the cartels and the illegals and the drugs in our country more than any other president in history. President Trump has, I don't want to talk too much about President Trump, because honestly, like, I know we're getting polarized on him as well, and I don't want to do that right now. I just want to talk about how Charlie has played a role in all of that. Because if it wasn't for Charlie getting that young vote, if it wasn't for Charlie going out and speaking the truth and opening people's eyes to the leftist ideology that was damaging our country, and opening our eyes to the drug and the fentanyl crisis and all the horrible things happening here, and getting those people to go out and do something about it by voting, Trump wouldn't have won. Trump wouldn't have won the election. We'd be with Kamala right now, and we'd be in fucking hell, like literal hell. I mean, we are in literal hell, but there's a way to save it still. And with her, we would have lost completely. Everyone's morale would have been shit tanked. Everyone would have just gotten, into, I'll have some more success and God will let me fucking hell, bro. Fucking annoying. annoying.